Brought to you by DK Audio.
DK Audio presents The United States Constitution Simplified, a plain-spoken guide to the founding principles of the United States, by Timothy Harper, read by Robert G. Slade. Introduction. It's fair to say there would not be a United States of America without the U.S. Constitution, the written foundation for the principles upon which the nation was founded and continues to operate. The Constitution is an agreement among the states, originally 13, now 50, to variously support and, when necessary, submit to a federal government that represents the union of the states as a single political entity. The Constitution is a master document, the paramount or overriding set of laws that lays out the foundation of American democracy and the rule of law. The Constitution does not grant us rights, but rather gives our government the power to protect those rights that are natural to all citizens. The Constitution establishes the three branches of the national government and the system of checks and balances that keeps any one branch from dominating. The Constitution also creates the framework for electing federal officials and limits their power. Finally, the Constitution lists individual rights that are the heart of our democracy. The Constitution is a remarkable document. In some ways remarkably complicated, yet in other ways deceptively simple. It is the supreme law of the land, but it is not carved in stone. It is flexible and can be changed. Even if the actual words of the Constitution are not amended, court interpretations of what they mean can dramatically change the way we live, work, and play. The Constitution was forged from high principles and hypocrisy. The authors were men dedicated to high-minded ideals for all people and their own selfish interests. The Constitution uses seemingly straightforward language, yet many of the most basic passages are endlessly debated, interpreted, and reinterpreted. Neighbors can read the same passages of the Constitution and come to complete opposite conclusions. The Constitution is something most Americans know a little about, but not as much as they think. This book presents an opportunity to learn more about the Constitution, how to approach it, how to begin understanding it, and how to think about it for yourself and form your own opinions. Yes, opinions about the Constitution do matter. Whether the opinion is that of a Supreme Court justice, a political activist, or a 10th grader studying American history. This book starts at the beginning, with the American Revolutionary War and the founding of a new nation in a new way. It also offers the opportunity to browse or dip into and out of particular aspects of the Constitution, from the founders to the hotly controversial issues dividing us today. Many Americans believe the Constitution has never been more important for the future of the country, no matter what kind of future they would like to see. Given the significance of the Constitution on today's political landscape, it makes sense that we are in the midst of a national discussion about the rule of law and constitutional rights as they relate to the future of America's national culture and character. The goal of this book is to present history and today's perspective in an even-handed, fact-based manner that both informs you and helps you do your own analysis of the day's headlines. Rather than the classic case and argument style of law books, this guide is written in a colloquial, conversational style aimed at being accessible for a broad range of listeners. Lawyers can use it as a refresher on some of the finer points of the law of the land, and students can use it to figure out how to write term papers on the Constitution. The emphasis in this book is on telling.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?